Here lies Patrick. You can kill me, but you'll never kill the dancer inside me. Here lies Jared. Shall I come back as an enraged spirit, or a lovable prankster ghost?
Daemon Daemonium. Good. No.
Rest in peace, darling.
Here lies Gregory, whose wife told him so. Here lies Judith, warrior princess.
So many dead civilians. It's an honor to visit the fallen.
The fallen have no use for honors or visits. Their days have passed, ours have not. Let us not waste them on pointless
May
ceremony.
the seven keep you.
How could that happen?
Here lies Jared. Shall I come back as an enraged spirit, or a lovable prankster ghost?
It's an honor to visit the fallen.
The fallen have no use for honors or visits.
Hey, wow! I was wondering where that awesome... I'm Murphy, Jake's dog. Wow, you smell great! Have you been rolling around on dead things all day? That's my... You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being awesome. I came here so I could smell Jake again. He smelled great. But whatever's buried there doesn't smell like Jake. If I ever find out who killed Jake, the most awesome Jake...
This dog we met, how true a creature he is. How loyal and unwavering in its affections. Animals. Dog and deer, elk and eagle. This kind, this trusty beast. He is man's best friend, though man does not deserve one.
Where are you, Jake?
You are not of the same mind because you are human. All too human, I know. For I have lain on silken cushions in the animal kingdom only one is free. Beware the wolf. This dog. It is a creature.
I smell... rotten lamb chops.
Rest in peace, darling.
Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake!
Here lies David, who ran from the Reaper. You'll never catch me alive. Here lies Jake. Please do not disturb.
May the seven keep you.
Are you
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
It's a rotting sheep's corpse. It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
I smell... rotten lamb chops.
Rest in peace, darling.
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy.
Jake, where are you? Are you here,
Rest in
Jake?
peace, darling.
Jake!
Look here, even a sage and author as renowned as I is flattered when mortals dare among the dead to seek him out. Well, here, as if I need introduction. Nemris the thinker, the theorist, the... Oh, I've written so many celebrated treatises. There isn't a civilized soul alive that hasn't perused its profound pages percolating with perspicacity. Alas, you can, and indeed you must. But alas, I was not buried with a printed version of that blueprint of genius that is my inimitable... Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read your refusal?
Jake,
May the seven keep you.
are you here, Jake? Jake! Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
May the seven keep you.
I smell... rotten lamb chops.
Rest in peace, darling.
playing without me?
The very fact that you seek me out once more is in itself a token. Do you truly? Then we shall proceed to between life and death. Death is the greater force. So argues the clerk.
Indeed he is.
Quite so.
Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal. The question that is itself the answer. Good. Now I am unburdened of all worries, am I?
May the
Not
seven-
entirely, no.
I concur.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life,
Your salvation.
Indeed.
hopes and up. A combination of words I have long since forgone to couple, let alone put into action. Divinity shall not go unpunished. Perhaps death itself
Rest in
shall
peace,
teach you more
darling.
about the philosophy of life.
I smell rotten lamb chops. Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake?
May the seven keep you.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake?
May the seven keep you.
Smell rotten lamb chops. Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake?
May the seven keep you.
I smell
The very fact that you seek me out once more. Do you truly? Then we shall proceed. Between life and death, death is the greater.
Indeed he.
Quite so.
Let us proceed. Life is life's own goal. The question that is itself the answer. Good.
Not in.
I concur.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear. Death I dub thee life's equal. Is this my salvation or my undoing?
Are you playing without me?
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Hopes and up. A combination of words I've long since forgone to couple, let alone put into action. And before me Divinity shall not go unpunished. The very fact that you seek, do you true? Then between
Indeed he is.
Quite so.
let us
Are you here, Jake?
Not in.
I concur.
last query.
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Hopes and Divinity shall not go unpunished.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake?
Rest
The
in
very
peace.
fact that you seek me out once more is in itself a token of. Do you truly feel you are ready to prove that you have read and understood the philosophy of death?
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing?
Then we shall proceed to test the mettle of your acumen forthwith.
Rest in
Between
peace,
li-
darling.
Of course not.
Jake?
Correct. He is not.
Let us proceed. Life.
I should say so, yeah.
Agreed.
Last query.
You're
So it is.
Hopes and up. A combination of words I have long since forgone to come.
May the
Shall
seven
not
keep
go
you.
unpunished.
Jake? Where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake?
The very fact that you seek. Do you truly? Then, between life and death, death is the greater force. So argues the clerk.
Of course not.
Correct. He is not.
Where are you?
Let us proceed.
Jake?
Not entirely.
I concur.
Last query. Boldly do I scorn the bonds of faith and fear.
Your salvation.
Indeed.
Oh, most impressive. Nothing short of miraculous. You have verily content in the knowledge that my legacy is in good hands. Ta-ta! I shall see you in the next life.
I smell rotten lamb chops.
Rest in peace, darling. Peace be with you, traveller. May your lost loved ones rest in peace. I once lived a prosperous life. Loni never recovered from the loss. And when a group of she were killed less than...
In memory of Loni, death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field.
Back from there, savage! I'll not let you disturb my daughter's peace.
its own deliverance! Awaits you.
On the men! Back on my feet again.
I don't have the right tool for mining.
I'm never out of my element.
Call me home. To welcome you!
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
On the mend! As good as a new penny!
Bones knit, skin heals.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends? As good as a new pin.
As good as a new penny. Hold! Our enemies have lain a trap. Help here!
Sweet relief!
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
We're not done yet!
Into the fray once more! As good as a new penny!
You see a shady-looking figure fishing coins of gold out of the muddy water that pools beneath the well overhead. His movements are quick and nervous, but nevertheless so absorbed is he in his coin hoarding that at first he doesn't notice your presence. Suddenly, though, he pauses, looks up, and quick as a cat its talons, readies 2 daggers. Your friendly tone of voice has immediate effect. The man quickly relaxes his aggressive stance, sheathes his weapons, and pulls a quill and a scrap of parchment out of one of his pockets. Dexterously, he writes down,
Mute, can't speak. You look professional. You the source hunter the wizard asked for?
Excitedly, the man turns over the scrap and pens a few more lines.
Name's Walgraf. I admire you. No hero like source hunter. Sisil, dead end. Please let me join you.
Walgraf nods enthusiastically and pulls a couple of ripped parchment pieces out from his vest.
Been mute since I was a kid. Sorcerers took my get money, food where I can. Steal if I must. Not from poor folks. I'm a good sneak. Good fight. Want to help you. I'm useful. Want to catch sorcerers.
Walgraf notices there's no room left in your party and
trap.
Ebbing away.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a
I
trap.
assume you address me for a reason, and so let the hut.
Careful! I've spotted a trap.
I need to dry off.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap. I don't have the right tool for mining. Look out! I see a trap nearby. back into the fray.
My sorrows with ale.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. Appears to be locked. Let's see. Key, lockpick, or...
What do you think you're doing?
can I do for you? Good. No, you...
Rest in peace, darling.
Oh.
Salutations! You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wilds to me. You may have the right number of champions. Thank you for heeding my...
It never ends. Warm as dragon's breath.
Know much about zombie.
Good luck with these suck.
Pay the big cheese on your book for the win.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
Cecile!
Source Hunter. A sight. I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but we've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success. Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly inclined towards... Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil, after all. No longer do I feel that way, though. Too many of my the bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blind. I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you. If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the route of the undead up 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No, the locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen. There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. A local archaeologist there's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once all superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many Legionnaires will do what... The chances of survival during these sorties are only about...
You don't think it's effective, do you?
Good luck with these
Step aside! Step aside! This...
A chicken has the right to live too.
Yes, let's pardon him.
Yippee-ki-yay! Why did you let my chicken escape? You let my chicken escape?
Well, Source Hunter.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Are you joking? Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where...
Easy, Tull. That's the source hunter you're talking to.
She may have the look of a woman if you squint hard enough. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her bow drawn. I found her crouched behind a tree, taking aim. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what was what, and the beast startled like a wild cat and...
Bit Tullia right in the face, she did. It wasn't pretty.
Enjoy it while you can, Ver. There's not another Legionnaire in the cohort that'll have you if I go rabid.
I'd say you ought to take her off our hands if you had the space. Though we couldn't guarantee she'd do more than piddle on the floor and maul your furniture.
Ice blue eyes, narrow beneath a heavy brow streaked with sweat and dust. Her hands tense into claws. Hell.
Her brow knits together. But something in... I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to... And you are a Source Hunter. This woman here, the one who now plots her revenge. She crept behind me while I was... But soon their swords were upon me, and they...
You don't think it's infected? Careful, Source Hunter. If I keep my eyes off this cage, the beast...
I'd say you ought to...
She may have the... We got reports of... I tapped her...
Bit Tull...
Enjoy it while... Careful, Source Hunter.
To the barracks! Not! I wouldn't venture to... Attention!
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
What have we here, then? A so-called Source Hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you... I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be, but... Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshots. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to... Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone? What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion I see. You've come to report a dead sheep. A heap of mutton that sailed into view upon your... Well, don't just stand there gawking like guppies. Hire yourself to Roberts the mortician. If anyone buried a sheep, obviously... If you must. Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know. Those brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked... How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Sightseal stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day, the wind disperses... We are the pride of Rivalon, to be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the dark unless... I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so that... Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat. The source hunt. The source hunter. Oh, joyous hour.
I hope your quest fares well, dear hunter. But certainly. What would you like to know? Oh, I am but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast. And indeed, my task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature. You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which, to my great regret, none of them purr as yet. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does such magic is a gift, hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. To be out in the night. To stalk on silent paws. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I free. Oh, that'll never happen. Granted, a witch could make the polymorph permanent if she'd enchant me in my catgut. I'm my own wizard, you know, and I don't... By all means. Of course, I hope your investigation fares well. I can but piece together what few morsels fell from the They say a woman arrived in the King Crab Inn sometime after midnight. She retired to a room on the ground floor where she was soon joined by a man who had been nursing the same... I say man and woman because both of them were cloaked and recognized by none. About an hour later, another figure arrived, headed for the same room. Soon after, a terrible commotion erupted and the thundering light of magic... It took a while for the landlord to pluck up the courage to enter the mystery room. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. But I had a good look around the scene of the crime before the Legion barred anyone from entering. The traces of magic I felt were vile. I myself have none. Even though the rest of the town has already mentally tried and convicted. Now, it may well be established that she is, in fact, the guilty party. I'm not claiming that I'm certain she's innocent, but his body is gone, replaced with that of a sheep. This is all very disconcerting, to say the least. Grave robbery reeks of necromancy. Could Jake have been involved with those that raise the dead? Seems too improbable to be true, but nevertheless. You're onto something, Hunter. Do follow the scent and see where... I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more dangerous to us because of their alliance with what should be and what might those be? One of them failed? Who is the mongrel that dares to question my engineering expertise? I take it the mutt in question was referring to the... You know what? Here's the remote access device with which I used to control it. There's a manual for that somewhere around here, too. Yours, if you can find it. I really should invite Victoria one of these days, so she can help me organize my mess of a library. Those who are raising the dead dwell among us. They simply must be. But even though I've spent many a night leaping from tree, the enemy is wily. They know us better than we know them, and they've found ways to avoid both detection and distrust. And yet, you have a flair for understatements, Hunter. I'm sure they are but a minor nuisance in the eyes of a born warrior. Until they conclude what mischief they intend to see through, or, less likely, they are a mere trifle for one with the intellect of a feline and the engineering skills of a human? You bet. What? I'd never. If you... What a delight she is.
Treasure!
Quiet! Now...
Everyone knows the ugly soldiers.
Sir, no, sir.
Good to have you back, Source Hunter. A sight for murder within the...
Can you spare a coin? One coin or two, noble spirit? One coin or two? Oh, I am a happy man. A fool. I'd heard they told me that fire, the most thorough cleanser, was my method. May the soul of Astartes smile upon you, kind stranger. Thank you, kind one.
So, those statues told him he'd have to renounce his earthly possessions to become a spiritual leader, did they?
Absurd. Since when is poverty a prerequisite of spirituality?
Right. I'm not going to...
Ah, cruel fortune.
Tis I!
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny. Know much about zombies.
Come on now, I pulled her off you before she could do anything.
Any real damage? Are you joking? I've been mauled. I'll be disfigured for life.
Ah, come on.